What's up, fuckers, and welcome back to another rebuild challenge here on NBA 2K21 Next Gen. Today's video, as you can tell from the title, we're going to be doing the no 90-plus overall rebuild. Now, it's pretty self-explanatory. At no point in any time throughout this entire video may I have anybody on this team as a 90-plus overall. So 89 below. The goal is obviously to win a championship in 3 or less seasons. Now, the tricky thing about these are, if I'm at like the trade deadline mid-season, somebody's like an 89 overall, I might have to go ahead and take that risk. Because if I go ahead and win a championship with them and there's a 90 overall on the team, that does not count to, towards the goal of obviously winning a championship. I'm not going to include morale. So if they're a 90 overall and it says +1, that means they're technically an 89 overall. They're just +1 morale. So that will not count. Along with that, I cannot change any positions to make their overall significantly lower. So well, then again, like if they're an 83 overall and I move them to a shooting guard and they go down to an 82, that doesn't count. But if they're like a 90 and I move them to a shooting guard and they go down to an 88, that's going to count. So we're going to be doing this in a fantasy draft style today. The CPU is going to draft my entire team for me. I'm going to close my eyes, select the team randomly. I think a fantasy draft is the easiest way to do this, most fair probably. So we will stop this one here in 3, 2, and 1, and we end up with the Brooklyn Nets. The CPU is going to go ahead and select my entire team for me, and I'll see you guys probably with some trades. All right, so immediately something that's good. We currently do not have any 90-plus overalls. That being said, Zach LaVine is definitely going to get there at some point. DeAndre Ayton is definitely going to get there at some point. I don't think we have to worry about really anybody else getting there throughout this entire video. So that is something that's good. We have some young talent that is not quite at a 90 yet, but they very well could be, by the time we actually have to, win a championship. So I think Mike Conley's probably on his way out immediately. $34.5 million bucks. Probably not going to re-sign him. Al Horford, if I can get anything for him, maybe like a bag of Fritos or something like that. Wiggins, I actually just had my video yesterday. I don't really know if I want to keep him, but then again, he is a solid option, and he's definitely not going to hit a 90 overall. So that being said, I don't know how long it's going to take LaVine to hit a 90. He could do it in the first year. He might not do it until the third season. I've definitely seen both options. So I'll probably roll with him. Again, I don't think this team's winning a championship year number 1 anyway. So I do definitely have some trades to make, and I'll see you guys with the first move. Pretty easy first trade right here. It's pretty much a straight-up swap. Mike Conley and a second-round pick for D'Angelo Russell from the Boston Celtics. Welcome, I guess, back to Brooklyn. I don't know how much you really love it. How many years was he in Brooklyn? It was 2. Okay, I don't know why I thought it was 3. But welcome back to Brooklyn. As you saw, I moved Al Horford to that power forward spot. If he has to be my power forward for a year, that's actually not really the end of the world. But if I can get somebody a little bit better for him, that would be honestly awesome. Draymond Green, not a chance. And get Tobias Harris. I mean, do I have a backup point guard right now? I have Dennis Schroeder. I don't really need Rajon Rondo. So Tobias Harris is probably going to be the guy unless I see anybody better. But I highly doubt I will. So, perfect. And Tobias Harris, welcome to Brooklyn. And that solves that. So, immediately, I don't think Zach LaVine's going to have a backup. Wiggins, Jayshawn Tate's fine. You two are fine. And honestly, that's fine for now. So, this team's good. I definitely don't see... We actually low-key could compete here in year number 1. I don't know if LaVine's going to hit a 90, though. If he, I'm going to be really mad if he does, and we win a championship year number 1. Like, what sort of trade offers do I get? That's the thing. McCollum's definitely not going to hit a 90. Like, I know that for a fact. He ends up progressing. Okay, hang with me for a second. Because I could... Do I have a different backup power forward? Okay, I do, correct? I have Jeff Green. Okay, I actually think this team can win a championship year number 1. That's the only reason I'm doing this. All right, I'm pulling the trigger on this. D'Lo's going up to shooting guard. Do I not have a backup point? Oh, no, I still do. Okay, so now I need to figure out... we're going to do a 10-man rotation. I'm going to trade Dylan Windler and Dion Waiters for a different backup shooting guard. Legitimately, this team actually could win a championship here in year number 1. And I'll obviously still try to win more throughout the video, but this would be pretty solid if we are able to get this done in year number 1. Shooting guard, Jesus Christ. It doesn't need to be anybody amazing. Preferably some, like, come on. How tall is Tyus Jones? He's 6 feet tall. All right, I'll take Trey Burke. Trey Burke, welcome to the team. You're going to be my new backup shooting guard, and I'm going to go ahead and set this rotation, and I will be back. So again, a lot of you might be questioning the Zach LaVine trade. Again, I don't know if it was the smartest thing to do, but I actually genuinely believe this team can compete, especially because, I'm sure a lot of you know this, but when you do a fantasy draft, the NBA obviously evens out a lot. And I think we're probably, deeper than a lot of teams. I think we're also probably better in the starting lineup than a lot of teams. So I don't know. It definitely could get done right now in year number 1. And again, I'm still going to try to compete the challenge, every single season, even if we do again somehow end up winning year number 1. That being said, with my luck and all this confidence I have right now, we're probably going to end up as an 8 seed. But year number 1 here is how it's going to look. Jamal Murray, D'Angelo Russell, Andrew Wiggins, Tobias Harris, and DeAndre Ayton. Bench, Dennis Schroeder, Jayshawn Tate, Trey Burke, Jeff Green, and John Henson. Is Jeff Green on an NBA team right now? I don't know if he is, but nonetheless, that doesn't really matter to me. I will see you guys at the end of year number 1. So we were pretty much as good as I thought we were going to be. We were 1 seed here in the Eastern Conference. We're number 1 in the power rankings. I'm really hoping like Tobias Harris or maybe Jamal Murray didn't hit a 90 yet, but maybe even DeAndre Ayton. But I don't think I'd have to be too worried right now. James Harden MVP is on the Los Angeles Clippers, and I'm not going to lie, he looks pretty good in the Clippers uniform. Melo Ball, Rookie of the Year in Indiana. Cody Zeller, 6th man. Giannis Stevens, Player of the Year in Memphis. Michael Porter Jr. looks clean as fuck in that Raptors jersey. Steve Nash, we go 16-22 on the year. So, we're good, dude. We're really good. Let me just make sure. Is nobody a 90? Nobody's a 90 right now. So, I guess we're fine for now. Player stats on the year. I said Tobias Harris. D'Angelo Russell, Jamal Murray, Tobias Harris, Andrew Wiggins, DeAndre Ayton, Schroeder, Burke. Green rebounds per game was DeAndre Ayton, and assists was D'Angelo Russell. So we got the trade here in the first round. Darius Garland, Donte DiVincenzo, Brandon Ingram, Jason Tatum. How did you get both of those guys? And Garland. Really solid young core right there. Just fucking kick me in the fucking balls, 2K. I mean, seriously, LaMarcus Aldridge is retired. Don't let... Like, oh, God. Got my own Celtics doing it to me. Jaylen Brown wins the Finals MVP, and Jason Tatum fucking stabs me in the heart and sweeps me in the first round after I win 60 fucking games. God damn it, dude. I mean, no, I wouldn't. Like, I wouldn't have been mad. I would have been maybe a little disappointed with myself if it happened year number 1. But like, I don't know. We have a pick from the Hornets somehow, and it ends up being number 12. So we do have the 12th overall pick. Staff signing, I don't love Steve Nash, especially his ratings aren't that good, but I mean, I'll give him one more year, even though I should fire his ass for us losing in the first round. But we'll go ahead and sign a new head scout, James Graham, and then my boy Randy Martin's here. Got those 3 untapped potentials. Obviously, we're going to sign all those guys. I'll sign Caleb Rogers if I want a CFO. God, like getting swept in the first round, I should have fired Steve Nash. All right, 12th overall pick, as I mentioned, we also have 23 from Houston, 29 of our own, and then 3 and 8 and 16 in the second round. A lot of picks here in this year's draft. So, I don't know if Tobias Harris actually does end up hitting a 90 overall. I don't feel like he does for some reason. I know Murray will. I know Russell will. This is going to be tough. I think Andrew Wiggins is probably on his way out. I actually wouldn't mind maybe getting an upgrade for him right now. What sort of offers do I have? I honestly might take Clint Capella because I don't think he's going to hit a 90. I think he caps like an 88. I don't know though. We're gonna be making probably a lot of moves during the season next year as well. I really don't want these picks though, if I'm being honest. We actually have 4 huge fucking contracts in this team. So I will figure out a trade for Andrew Wiggins and I'll be back. So I'm going to try to get Pascal Siakam from the Houston Rockets. If you can't figure out what I'm doing, move Tobias Harris down to the small forward spot. That being said, I probably will not change his actual position because his overall will probably go up there. No, that's not cheating. No, it's not. I'm sure somebody's going to get pissed at me about it. I'm not giving up pick 12 though. For Siakam, you can have every other pick I have in this year's draft. Like, I literally have 0 use for them. So if you want them all, seriously, I will give you a future first from Houston. I'll give you, oh my God. Do I really have to give up pick 12 this year? Whatever. It's not that big of a deal. So Harris does go up at power forward, or at small forward. So I'm just going to leave him at power forward and then play him at small forward. So that is all set there. Jeff Green, not JaMychal Green. Jayshawn Tate will still be a backup. So that's an upgrade there. Do we have any picks left in this year's draft? We might have a couple seconds. We do. I don't need those future seconds from Philadelphia. So we're heading up team player options. Aiden's obviously coming back. He's also probably going to hit a 90, which sucks. That's why I really wanted to get it done year number 1. Obviously, I would not have had guys on this team pass a 90 overall, and I still would have tried if we even won a championship year number 1, but I would have been more comfortable because then the challenge would have been complete. But probably more fun for you guys this way anyways. So free agency, Schroeder, I would definitely like back. He's a very good backup point guard for me. Tyler Johnson, I didn't even know you're on this team. John Henson, I can probably get an upgrade. So welcome to back to the team, Dennis Schroeder. Facundo, you can go. These are trade exceptions right here. So get all that done, and now we are going to go ahead and check out what this roster looks like. So I think I'm probably fine on Murray and D'Lo for at least one more year. Obviously, Tobias Harris playing small forward, so I do need to back up power forward, and I don't know about Aiden. If he's a 90 by the start of next year, I'll probably look to trade him. I'm definitely not sending these guys to untapped potential. That's for fucking sure. So yeah, I will see you guys probably, I don't know. I need a backup center and a backup power forward now. So center and power forward, not great options. I'll take like a Willie Cauley-Stein. You know, he's decently young still. Welcome to the team. And then power forward, like, no great options here, if I'm being honest. Maybe I'll do a sign and trade with like a Langston Galloway, just because he's the highest overall. Looking for a backup power forward of some sort. So Langston Galloway right here. We'll do 2 second-round picks as well. Backup power forward. Just doesn't need to be anybody amazing. Obviously, they're not going to be playing many minutes a night anyways. Just got to be a power forward for me. Ivica Zubats. That's actually what I'm going to take. And then Willie Cauley-Stein. Sorry, thank you for your short stint here. Unfortunately, I really no longer need you, so I'm looking for a power forward now for you. Kenyon Martin Jr., perfect. I'll see you guys in the rotation. If anybody's 90, they will obviously be traded. So obviously the rotation looks a little bit weird. I mean, I guess with the bars, just because, again, I kept Tobias Harris' position at power forward. No, it's not cheating because he technically is listed as a power forward. And no, there's no rule saying if I play a power forward at small forward that I have to change the position just because they're there. Let's get that out of the way. So we do have a couple 88s on this team. They're making me nervous. I will obviously check at the trade deadline. Past the trade deadline, I can't do anything. And if they hit the 90 and I win a championship, it doesn't count. So we are definitely going to have to probably gamble at some point in time throughout this video. But for now, they're fine. We're going to try to pick up as many wins as possible, get as high of a seed as possible. But year number 2, here's how it's going to look. Jamal Murray, D'Angelo Russell, Tobias Harris, our new addition of Pascal Siakam, and then DeAndre Ayton. Bench unit, Dennis Schroeder, Ivica Zubac, Jayshawn Tate, Kenyon Martin Jr., and Trey Burke. All right, I'll see you guys at the end of year number 2. Or possibly the trade deadline if we have any 90s. So I'm at the trade deadline right now, and I'm nervous because DeAndre Ayton is an 89 overall. And this team's a 1 seed right now, so I definitely think we're good enough to win a championship. The thing is, DeAndre Ayton's also only making $12 million, so I don't know what sort of trade offers I'm going to get for him. So I'm definitely going to glance because I definitely think he could hit a 90 overall. He probably has like 4.5 stars trade value. This sucks. This really, really sucks because I really wanted to win a championship with it. Like, I can't do this. I mean, what are his numbers? 14 and 12 or 15 and 11. I mean, it's not that big of a dip. I mean, Jonas Valanciunas as well, 14 and 12. I don't know. It just sucks because I'm just giving up DeAndre Ayton, but I guess that's kind of the annoying part of the challenge. Like, you know, Drummond, like, that's just so unrealistic at this point in time. It sucks, but I think I'm unfortunately going to have to pull the trigger on one of these trades. Capella isn't only an 80. He is an 88. Is he a free agent after this year? He's not. Who else? Valanciunas is a free agent after this year. Yusuf Nurkic does he have a team option? I think he actually might have a team option. No, he doesn't. So I gotta make a decision. Who's my backup point guard right now? That's Schroeder. So I don't really need Elfrid Payton, which is kind of why I'm leaving Nurkic a little bit. So yeah. Oh God, I can't do this. I'm so sorry. God, that sucks. I'm gonna go ahead and redo this rotation. I'm just gonna slide his minutes into where Aiden's were, and I'll see you guys now at the end of year number 2. So we officially wrap up year number 2 after that very painful trade. I did have to make it the deadline. I kind of saw the writing on the wall. I kind of knew it was coming. You know, that's what happens when you draft one of the best young centers in the NBA. So we do finish as a 1 seed in the conference in the power rankings. Luka Doncic MVP in Orlando. Cade Rookie of the Year in Atlanta. Precious Achiuwa 6th Man of the Year in Phoenix. He looks weird in 53. Isaac Defensive Player of the Year. Cole Anthony Most Improved. Steve Nash, we go 63 and 19. So let me just check right now. We currently have no 90s, so I think we're probably fine. If we do win a championship, Jamal Murray probably will go up to a 90, but that hopefully will be with morale. Actually, do they even do morale anymore? I know that was a thing in old 2Ks. I don't know. I'm going to be really mad if he hits a 90 if we win a championship, but let's check out some player stats right now. Actually, I do want to see, is DeAndre Ayton, I forget where I traded him to. Actually, I can check, because where did I get Yusuf Nurkic from? I got him from the Cleveland Cavaliers. So is he a 90 yet? Nope, he's not. Well, if he's not a 90 by the end of this, I'm going to be pretty pissed. But player stats on the year, let's check those out. D'Lo, Murray, Siakam, Tobias Harris, Nurkic. Yeah, I'm still a little mad about the Nurkic trade. We got Toronto here in first round. Let's hopefully not lose again. Oh my God, how is this an 8 seed? I should get that embroidered on a shirt, honestly. We do win at 5, though. Cole Anthony, Derek White, Hayward, KD, and Andre Drummond. See, like, that's a realistic 5 seed right there. I mean, they do have Kevin Durant, but, like, that's more of a realistic team. David Johnson, Donovan Mitchell, Kawhi Leonard, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Derek Favors is who we have to face here in the East Finals. We win at 7, us in the Portland Trailblazers, White, Richardson, Bridges, Jonathan Isaac, and Joel Embiid. Whew. Moment of truth. Can we complete this challenge? Oh, my God. Just punch me in the fucking face at this point. And we would have been done, too, because Jamal Murray's not even a 90. This game, man. Sometimes this game is just, it really, really doesn't like me. It really doesn't sometimes. All right, I don't see Brooklyn anywhere. I don't think we have any picks anyways. I'm pretty sure I traded all of them. So staff signing. Yeah, it's time to move on from Steve Nash. I might just, honestly, actually, no, we have Stauffer here. He has really good ratings. $8 million a year. D'Antoni is assistant coach and GM. I'll take Owen Masters. Hopefully I can afford all these guys. I can. So we get a head coach with 2A plus ratings. That's absolutely huge for us. Pretty much as good as it's going to get. So NBA draft time. Again, I don't think we have any picks. We do not. So we're not going to be drafting anybody right now. You're coming back. Jalen McDaniels we got in the trade for DeAndre Ayton, I believe. So, yeah, we definitely have some free agents. I know, yeah, Yusuf Nurkic. Actually, it's really just Yusuf Nurkic. But he definitely won't hit a 90, so I'm fine with him. Going to renounce the rights on Trey Burke. Just going to look to replace the backup shooting guard spot. So, Jamal Murray's definitely going to hit a 90. That kind of goes without being said. I think that was a pretty obvious one. So, I think it's probably now time to trade him, unfortunately. And what I actually can do is I can move D'Lo back down to point guard because that's where he started at. So I think I probably will look to, trade for a shooting guard just so I can make sure D'Angelo Russell hopefully doesn't hit a 90. So I'll see you guys in the next trade. So I know for a fact that Paul George is going to do nothing but regress because that's just how 2K works. So he's at an 87 right now. He's obviously not going to go anywhere from there. So I'm basically, you can have Jalen McDaniels, and then I don't even know. It's just seriously not going to go through with 2 first-round picks. Okay, cool. Paul George, welcome to the team, which means I'm moving D'Angelo Russell back down to point guard. He goes down to an 86. No, it's not cheating. He started out the video as a point guard. He's technically listed as a point guard in 2K when you load in. It's not cheating. I'm sure somebody's going to bitch about it, but it's fine. So I think I'm going to go 10-man rotation again. Limited minutes, limited development in the overall department. So obviously Tobias Harris is going to be my starting small forward. So Jayshawn Tate will be the backup. Siakam, Kenyon Martin Jr., Zubats, and Nurkic. And so, yeah, I need a backup shooting guard. So I'm going to probably just, is there anybody here that's really good? We'll do a sign and trade with my boy Daniel Tice, who I do not like whatsoever. So Daniel Tice, along with 2 second-round picks, just milking all the picks we have left for a backup shooting guard. And, of course, I don't get offered a single shooting guard. How tall is Elfrid Payton? 6'3". How tall is Dennis Schroeder? 6'3" as well. He goes up. He actually goes up more. Fine. I can live. It's not that big of a deal. It's 2K. So we're set. I'll see you guys at the rotation at the start of the third and final year. Hopefully we can get this done. So I'm really hoping this works. I really don't know if it's going to. As I mentioned, Paul George does nothing but regress. But, look at his numbers from last year. There's no real reason for him to regress. He's only 32 years old, but that's just how 2K is. D'Lo, Paul George, Tobias Harris, Pascal Siakam, and Yusuf Nurkic. Bench unit, Jayshawn Tate, Dennis Schroeder, Vita Zubats, Elfrid Payton, and Kenyon Martin Jr. So it's a really solid bench. Definitely a deep bench. I've actually been sending some of my bench guys to untapped potential, so we'll see how that works. But I'm nervous. I'm really hoping Tobias Harris doesn't hit a 90. I don't think he will. He rarely does. But, if he's an 89 at the deadline, I might look to make a move, man, if I'm being honest, because I do want to get this, this challenge done. So let's see what we can do. I'll see you guys at the end of year number 3 or at the deadline. Holy shit. I didn't realize. Oh, my God. It's time to pray, boys, because I didn't... Oh, my God. It's such a natural instinct for me because, I'm on my phone when the season's simming that I just click X when everything pops up, and I skip right past the trade deadline. Tobias Harris is a 90, man. I'm going to kick myself straight in the fucking balls. Luka Doncic, MVP. Who are you? Chris Paul, 6th man of the year in LA. Jonathan Isaac, Onyeka Okongwu, Mike Stafford. We go 70 and 12. Please don't be a 90. But Siakam's up to an 89? What the fuck is going on? Oh, my God. He was an 86 or something. What? Oh, God. I'm nervous. I'm so nervous. Not league leaders. I meant to go to player stats in the air. All right. D'Lo, Paul George, Siakam. How does Siakam get up to an 89? How does that happen? We still have to win a championship, too. This is not something that we're just going to be able to snap our fingers and get done. You know what I'm saying? We sweep them in New York, battle in New York. Miami here, John Morant, Fournier, Don Collins, Bagley. God damn it, dude, I'm nervous. We sweep them as well. Cleveland here, Drew Holiday, Shake Milton Johnson, Anthony Davis, DeAndre Ayton, our old friend there. We sweep them as well. Oklahoma City, Kyrie, RJ Barrett, Cam Reddish, Brandon Clark, Evan Mobley. That's a good team. I think we should be able to get it done, though. So we win a championship. Yusuf Nurkic Finals MVP. Please don't be a 90. Let's fucking go, boys. Let's go. Challenge complete after, kind of getting screwed with in year number 1 and year number 2. But I'm very happy about it. I'm very happy this worked out the way it did. This is definitely a hard one. I know last summer I actually did the no 85 plus overall rebuild challenge, which is obviously probably way harder than this one. So if you guys want to see that at some point, I'd be happy to do it in a couple weeks. Let me know that along with any other video ideas down below in the comment section. So this is actually the second to last video you're going to be seeing that's scheduled while I'm gone. After that, we are officially back, and we are going to be getting straight into, hopefully, everyday uploads this summer. So that about does it for me. If you guys have any other challenges, as always, feel free to comment them down below. If you guys are new, please do make sure to subscribe. It does help out the channel a ton. Looking forward to a great summer with you guys. I still have another video to record, and it's getting late right now. So, that about does it for me. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.